はい、今日は7月
7
20、
月。
はい、21日ですね。
21日。
はい。何曜日ですか？
金曜日です。
はい、金曜日ですね。はい。今日も皆さんお願いします。please、ちょっと待って。open this folder and so as you participate, as you participate in the class, please think about the question on this worksheet. いいですか？ちょっと待ってね。I will text the link to the folder and please open this folder. はい。大丈夫でしょうか？はい。では、今日の先生は、グラッツ先生です。今日はトピック16ですね。トピック16です。はい。では、グラッツ先生、よろしくお願いします。
はい、先生、ありがとうございます。よろしくお願いします。はい。はい、皆さん、先生たち、おはようございます。
おはようございます、先生。
おはようございます、先生。
So, I will share my screen. ちょっと待ってください。はい、皆さん、はい、once again, 皆さん、おはようございます。Gladys Priscilla と申します。パンタインテグリテッド高校の働いています。よろしくお願いします。はい。今日タピ16のセッションを説明します。じゃあ、発表します。はい。先生たち、how do we usually introduce a new topic to our students? So, before we introduce our topic, so we let our students first maybe to do a short activity to catch their interest. For example, in this topic, so you may let them read the katakana of the word dance. So how will you read this? Jerome's sensei, yonde kudasai, this character.
Shall we dance?
Hi, shall we dance? So with that, you can get already the interest of your students with just a simple activity other than just introducing the topic that you will say. So for today, students, our topic is about dance. So let's not do that simple. You may also do an activity like let them dance, just like that. So at least with that, you can catch their interest already. So, but still, it is up to you as the sensei to do what activity will be good to your students or best to your students. So let them work their minds already with just the introduction. Okay, so I will be sharing to you or discuss to you the topic summary and the session highlights of topic 16. Hi, and for the flow, we have here 3 parts. So we will have the overview of the topic. We have there the main objective, skills, the language, and the outline outline of each session. For the session highlights, we have there I will be sharing the objectives, the session outline, also the Nihongo to be learned, which are the expressions and vocabulary, materials to be used, and the highlights or the highlighted activities there. And last is the question and answer or the sharing, if you have questions or other suggestions. Hi. Also, here are the main objectives that we will be focusing on this topic. So there are 4 main objectives that highlighted the appreciation of the culture of the Philippines and Japan. And also, students will be able to appreciate and rediscover or discover the other meaning of dance, that dance is not just for entertainment, but also a visual form of communication. Hi. And for the skills, there are 3 also 21st century skills that will be focusing on here. We have the learning and innovation skills, their creativity and curiosity, and effective communication skills. And for the language, there are 3 main can-dos. First is you can ask whether a classmate can dance or not. Also can demonstrate and explain a particular dance step. And last is to able to compliment or give a feedback on someone's progress in learning a particular dance. And also, last for the overview is the sample conversation. So since we are in topic 16, supposedly your students can already read katakana characters and hiragana characters. So let's hear, since we are the teachers, so let's have for A-sang, can we have Gail Sensei, and for B-sang, can we have Jessa Sensei? Hi. Yonde kodasai, A-sang.
Jessa 先生。ジェザ先生、ダンスができる？ A さん、ダンスができる？
できるけど、上手じゃない。
ああ、教えて。
いいよ。こうやって。
ああ、わからない。もうやるの？
こうやって。
どうやるの？
もうやる。
はい。So as a teacher also, hi, arigatou gozaimasu, Sensei Tachi. So as a teacher also, we should be prepared in reading the hiragana or the katakana characters, okay? Last, for the overview, we will have here the outline of each session. So we have 6 sessions. So for session 1 and session 2, so here in this session, students will learn useful Nihongo expressions in teaching some dance steps. So this is very crucial or very important in this topic. Also, we have here the session 3 and session 4. So this is about students will learn the uniqueness of a particular dance and how it can reflect one's culture or way of living. So this will highlighted the dances of the Japan and the Philippines. And for session 5 and session 6, they will have a performance task here, more on performance task. So you will guide the students to make their own interpretative dance as a group, okay? Small groups. So the class will be divided into 5 or to 6 groups. And in session 6, so it's focusing on the class will make their own original interpretative dance using some of the steps from their dance in session 5. Okay, and then they will going to present it in this session also, in session 6. Now we will proceed in session 1. So we have here also the main objectives that highlighted the 21st century skills and the can-dos in Nihongo. So here are also the vocabulary and the expressions that will be introduced here. Also for the outline, so of session 1, we have here 4 parts: the cultural awareness, in which students will observe and compare when, where, and for what purpose people dance in the Philippines and in Japan. For Nihongo conversation, students will ask whether their classmates can dance and find out what kind of dances they can perform. And for the culture sharing, students will observe some Philippine regional dances and think about the meaning of some steps and the message that they convey. And last is the reflection. So here are the materials to be used. So pictures are available in our entry material Google Drive, while the video for dances, so as a teacher, you're going to prepare ahead of time for the video to download it. But I can also give you the downloaded video. So I already downloaded it, so I will share it to you later. Hi. So in this session, we'll be focusing on culture sharing and some of the can-do in Nihongo conversation. So for the objective, so we in the DepEd, so what we usually do is, we will present all of the objectives, and these objectives are to be read by the students, so they are informed on what they are going to learn or what they can acquire in this session. So next, for the highlighted activity, so we have here the part 1, cultural awareness, in which students were going to identify the different dances from Japan or in Japan. So with this guide question, when does Nihonjins dance and what kind of dances Nihonjins do? So you have here 2 options. You can do plan A or plan B. So in plan A, so pictures are already available. So students here may observe costumes and also the position of or the action of the dancers there or the students. While in plan B, it is also a good one because students may also see the movement and also the actual movement, and also they can also hear the music that are used here. And after that, once you choose there which activity, let the students share their impressions with regards to their observation. And then the next one, they're going to just identify when or in which occasions Filipinos dance. Okay. So I have here the pictures. So plan 8 pictures. We have here, first one is the street dance. Next is the dance practice in high school or by the high school students in Japan. And then the Nihon Buyo and the No dance. Okay, so when showing students pictures, you should let them observe the picture. So if they are having a hard time observing, you can also provide guide questions like, where do you think this is happening, or where is the location, or what is the position, height. And also with regards to the costume that are used. So as a teacher, take note to be familiar with the dances that you're going to present to the students. And for the plan B, we have here a sample video of the Nihon Buyo and the No. So I will let you watch some of the clips or a short clip of this video. so that is Nihonbyo. So a classical Japanese dance communicating a story through dance. So it is a preset movements and pantomime that dancers perform. It could be poems or legends or story. And the next one, we have here Dano. So for your information, Dano is the oldest surviving form of Japanese theater. It combines music, dance, and acting to communicate Buddhist themes. So often the plot of a play recreates famous scenes from a well-known works of Japanese literature. So here it is. Hi. Hi, so that's it. That's the short clip. So I will be also sharing this to you later. Okay, for the next one. Oops. Chotomate. The presentation. I don't know what happened. The sharing is. Hi. Okay, I will share again. I don't know what happened. Hi. So after watching the videos, so students will, as a teacher or the teacher will introduce the new expressions here. So the first expression is asking if someone can dance. Okay. So in here, so you're going to start with the learn the expressions of already, which is the noun gaski. And then since the students don't or didn't or doesn't know the new expression, so once they share their answer in English, you may translate their answers in Nihongo. Okay. Hi. So once so in introducing the new expressions, you have to find the right timing to introduce the new expressions based on the answer of the students. And once you have already introduced the new expression, so you have to repeat the last expressions and let the students confirm if they really understood the meaning. And then when introducing the new expression, you should post or write the new expressions on the board so the student will be able to read it again and again, okay? Or they will be able to see it. So next is after that, you will let them know when to use each expression. So you have to explain it to them. And after that, so let them again read the expressions so until they can say it smoothly. And then with that, so you can have them or made them do a conversation practice with their seatmates and then roam around to observe if they really can do the conversation. Next part is we have also here another new expression asking someone if he or she can dance and what kind of dance he or she can perform. So this is an already learned expression, the donna. Okay, it is from topic 3. Okay. So once again, you just have to repeat the last expression and confirm to the students if they really understood the meaning of it. And then you can also, again, do a conversation practice with that, a short practice for them. And then another highlights of this session or highlight of this session is the showing the students the pictures of the Nagyang festival, or you can also include the Sinulog Festival in Cebu. So, Sang or Sensei Tachi, where do you think this dance or festival came from or performed in?
Dinagyang
Performed.
Iloilo City.
Hi, Ine. So it is in Iloilo. So after letting them trying the student to guess the place, so ask them also when these festivals are held and what is the purpose of this one. So since maybe some of the students or most of the students do not know, so you have to prepare guide questions or you can prepare a short video clip for this. And then for the Sinulog Festival, we have here, I prepared a video also presentation. I will let you see a short part of this. Festival is celebrated in Iloilo or held in Iloilo every 4th week of January, while the Sinulog Festival is every 3rd week of January in Cebu. So both they are dancing to honor the Santo Niño. So you have to also be familiar with your examples, okay? Next, aside from that, so since they had the opportunity to guess the dances or festival from Iloilo and Cebu, so you also let your students share other dances performed in certain regions in the Philippines and the meaning or the purpose of those dances. So maybe you can ask your students to recall their topic from their MAPE subject if they do have, or you can ask them to research as an assignment ahead of time. So to research on different dances that we have in the Philippines. Or maybe you can actually give in advance these sets of dances in different regions in the Philippines. So this is where they can focus while doing their research. Or maybe, so if some of your students do not have or internet connection. So you may give them an advanced reading material. Okay. Then after that, so after sharing this, or the students will share about this, so ask them to what could be the meaning of the dance steps, or what is the symbol, what does it symbolizes, those dance steps. So that's it. So I have researched in advance the different dances. So from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, we have here the Bumaya, Uyaoy, the Maglalatik. Visayas for Cariñosa, Tinikling, and Mindanao is Singkil and Pangalay. So showing these pictures, let them observe what could be the action or the position where it is performed. So just like that. And then for the culture sharing, so here they may use the learned new expressions already until you lead to a question where they can discuss or answer the significance of dancing and the meaning of dances for us Filipinos, and also as an high school student. Okay, so since nowadays at the same time using the Japanese they have learned in this session. And that's it for the highlighted session. So next is the reflection and Jack. So let's proceed with session 2. We have here again the objectives and the Nihongo to be learned. So there are 3. And in session 2, there are lots of vocabulary. So this is for directions and also the body parts. We have te and ashi for the body parts and directions here from uwe to ushiro. And also the expressions showing appreciation or compliments to a performance. Okay. So we have here 3 parts in the outline of the session. So we have the Nihongo review, cultural experiences and Nihongo expressions, in where students will learn about Bon Odori while using the Nihongo expressions they are going to learn in this session, and then the reflection. So pictures of the picture of Bon Odori is already available, and the music and video of the Tokyo Ondo Bon Odori, you're going to prepare this in advance. And also we have here the set of objectives in this session. And then the next one, so this is just a review of what they have learned in session 1. And then in cultural awareness part, so this is the picture you're going to show to them. And for it to be easier to them to observe, so you can give this set of guide questions. Okay. So what can you see in this picture? So, and what are they doing? And also, can you guess what is the occasion in this picture? And which month and season is the occasion shown in the picture? So with regards to the season, so wearing aside from yukata, okay? And then after the students observe, you have to explain them what is Bon Odori, okay? You have to confirm if their observation is correct or incorrect. So let them be informed with that. So next, here we have here another part. You're going to show the picture again, or you may use another one. You can use video and ask them to observe the steps and also try to look similar gestures from the Tokyo Odon with the Philippine dances, if there are any. And then you can add this guide questions. Okay. So maybe I can let you also watch this video. A short part.
So I'm going to be asking the basics of 盆踊り。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
で最初どういうことをすればいいんですかね、盆踊りを始める前に。
まず盆踊りは和踊りなので、輪になって踊りますから、前の人と後ろの人の感覚を
Okay, so on that part, you can students can observe the actual part of the performance of the Bon Odori. And with that, you can summarize the students' observation and answer. So, and in this one, you can also let them see the actual steps. So these steps will be shown later to them because they're going to also learn how to dance the Bon Odori, specifically the Tokyo Ondo type of Bon Odori. So Tokyo Ondo is usually performed in Tokyo and other areas in its vicinity. So so this is also, you're going to download this also. And then let them also, inform them also that before learning the steps, so they should be learning first the Japanese terms for the different directions and body parts. So for body parts, we are be focusing only for the hand or the hands or the foot and or the feet and legs. So, and also these directions. So after sharing this to them, you before discuss this to them or share this to them, so you should ask first your students to make a room for dancing, okay? And then that's the part wherein they will you will introduce these expressions or this vocabulary. So I have here is suggested activity since we do not have we do not have in our lesson plan. So this is just to check the students' mastery, a short activity that I think your students will also enjoy. We have here the I tell, you do. So the teacher will tell, and so in here, the teacher, the first one to review for the body parts, you can what do you call this one? If is te, so they're just going to raise their hands, and if it is ashi, they're going to stomp their foot or move their foot. And since it is easy, very easy, so you can also direction for the ashi and also for the te. Okay, so like migite, hidari ashi. So for te, they can raise their hand and stamp their feet for the ashi. And then after that, you can also focus on the directions using their hands for the uwe, mae, migi, hidari, shita, and yes, that's it. And the ushiro. So you may do this from slow to fast tempo. So this can also be a simple exercise for them. And then after that, since they are already done the movement of their body, so you can also do the vice versa. This activity that I do, the teacher will do, and it's up to you. Okay? And then for the Nihongo and culture part, so they will be having here the dance practice and where new expressions will also introduce. So what they are going to do here is you're going to show the video, the one that I have shown you earlier, the video on how to dance the Tokyo Ondo. Okay. And then the students will imitate that, and then they will do the steps while saying the steps aloud. So because in the video, the teacher there will going to teach the steps using the learned expressions. Okay. So they're going to imitate that, and also they will say the steps aloud. Okay. So, and then after the introducing the new, again, the new expressions, you're going to let it confirm to them if they really understood it. Okay. And then after that, their presentation or practice. So you may use this complements. And then that's it for session 2. And going to do in the next session, in session 3. So in session 3, so there are no Nihongo to be learned here because you will be focusing on the cultural awareness. Okay. So the only expressions that they will be learning here is the wakaranai. So the outline of session 3, it has 3 parts. The Nihongo review, just reviewing the Nihongo expressions they have learned from session 1 and to session 2. And then we'll be focusing here in cultural awareness. So wherein students will observe various steps and movements incorporated to Bon Odori and also the introduction of the Yosakoi Nacho Sorang dance and figure out what is being represented from the video. Then reflection, and the materials here are all going to be provided, or you're going to be preparing this one. So we only have 2 objectives here. So since you are already familiar with the Bon Odori, so I have here a sample of the Yosakoi Nancho Sorang. So here, you're going to introduce the video first, that they are going to identify some movements that have to do with fishing or with fishermen. And then you're going to explain to them that this dance is an example of a Japanese festival dance that depicts fishermen and certain aspect of their lives. So I will let you watch a short clip from this video. Okay. Screen sharing has sumimasen. Maybe my signal is unstable, sumimasen. So I will share again. Sumimasen. Oh no. What the hell? Kudasai. Maybe the video is too big for my presentation.
That's it. When you're preparing, I will share my screen
Hi, Sensei.
and show the Nanchu Soran.
Hi, Sensei.
Hi. maybe all of you have already watched the video. I think. はい。どれがいいかな。いいですかね。はい。this kind of dance. はい。
はい、先生、ありがとうございます。So maybe I will not, so maybe for the next videos, I will not share it because of the signal. So I will just share the video in the Google Drive and then I let you watch it on your own. はい。すみません。よろしくお願いします。Okay, so we'll now proceed. So after that, we'll proceed now. So in session 3, they'll be also having an assignment, okay, that are very significant and very important for the next session, which is in session 4. Okay, so in session 4, there are 2 candos here, and then also 2 objectives, main objectives. So session 4 outlines, session 4's outline, we have here the orientation. So because they'll be having here an activity, and then there are 2 group works. We have they will be having the concept paper in which the students will brainstorm for ideas needed to create one's own original interpretative dance. And then for the dance practice, they will work together in group to create one interpretive dance, and they're going to perform their dance as well in this topic, or in the next, in session 6. And the session 5 rather, and then they will have the reflection. And then for the objectives, there are also only 2 objectives here that are given. And then for part 1, you will be giving them a short orientation of the activity that they will do. First is that they are informing them that they are be making their own interpretive dance, highlighting or using Japanese music or Filipino music. That's it. They're just going to choose from Japanese music and from Filipino music, and then they're going to present that this dance also is they're going to present it in the next session. And then also group them with 5 to 6 members. So each group. So it's up to you in your class size. And then for the first half of the class, you will assign them that they're going to conceptualize dances that representing a particular animal. And then the rest of the group, they will be representing or conceptualize a dance that representing a particular way of life. So it's up to them. So since maybe they will be somehow confused about this one. So for the dance conceptualization, you're going to give them guide questions. So here are the sets of guide questions for groups assigned to portray animals and for groups that are assigned to portray a certain way of life. Okay, so these are the guide questions that can be used to guide them. So this is, you're going to present this to them before the group work. starts, okay? So they will be having ideas that will help them to create or conceptualize their dance. And then for the procedure and mechanics, before again, they proceed with doing their concept paper. So let them have this. So each group should prepare a short dance that should last for minimum of 2 minutes and a maximum of 3 minutes. So each group is free to choose the theme they want to create a dance for, just as long as it falls under the assigned genre. Okay, so imitating an animal and portrayal of a particular way of life. And the dancer should also interpret something like the following. For example, if they choose an eagle, so no, this is just an example. So for example, for the animal, we have eagle. So maybe they can have the step of an eagle looking for food or feeding. And if way of life, they can have the farmers like how the farmers till the land, how they plant or how they harvest. Okay. And then here is also the guide for the concept paper. So their concept paper have 3 parts: the dance theme, the movements involved, and last is the significance or meaning of these movements. So with this, you can add instructions like where they are going to put the concept paper, maybe for it to be uniform in the class. So you can have them or give them band paper, and then in that they're going to write this or their concept paper. So before they do their concept paper, tell them that there is a time allotment, a minimum of 15 minutes or 20 minutes. So it's up to you if just 15 minutes, if they can do it for 15 minutes, 15 minutes only. So it depends on the time you still have in class. But maybe you maximize it to 20 minutes, okay? And then also let them be reminded that this concept paper will be submitted to you at the end, before the end of this session 4. And then after they are done with the conceptualization, they will be having another 15 minutes of dance practice. But before they do the dance practice, you should present this criteria and inform them that they will be graded according to this criteria. There are 3 criteria: the clarity of dance theme as shown in the dance, the clarity of the imitation of movements from an animal or a way of life, and 3 is clarity of message conveyed through the dance movements. So if it is 2 maru, their grade is higher because it is very clear. And then it's 1 maru, clear enough, or vague or not so clear is a triangle, and not clear at all is batsu. Okay, and then that's it. Okay, so also for them to have a copy, you may let them copy this, but since it will take up much of their time, you can hand them a printed one. Okay. And then after explaining this to the students, okay, tell them that the time allotment is 15 minutes only, and then they if somehow they are not yet finished or not yet done with the dance practice, so tell them to finish their practice or conceptualization outside the Nihongo class hours, maybe in their lunchtime or break time, they can do that. But then maybe to avoid that the students will be doing this after class because it's not that safe. So tell them also that in the next session, in session 5, the next meeting, there will be also another time allotted for the dance practice before they do their performance. And also remind them that they're going to submit or bring their music on the next session. So the music also should be in 2 minutes or in 3 minutes, okay? So that's it. So they will have the reflection. And then now we will proceed with session 5. So in session 5, it focuses also into objectives. And session 5, it looks longer, but it's not. So because this will be just focusing on the performance, short practice and performance of the students. So the outline is, first is final preparation for the presentation. So we'll ask them to finalize and practice their presentation. And then after that, they're going to perform or present their interpretive dance in class, and then they will evaluate each other's output using the criteria that you have presented in session 4. And then after that, they will have the discussion in which they identify the dance team and message of others group's final output. And then they will have again the reflection. The materials that you're just going to prepare is the music player, and then the music for the presentation are going to be submitted or to be prepared by each group. Okay. So these are the objectives. And once again, before they start the performance, you're going to show to them the criteria, and then inform also that they are going to evaluate or rate each other's output, but not their own, just the others group performance. And then please have them provide comments for improvement, just a short one, okay? And also maybe a short also compliments to the work of the others group. So remind them also that they will only have around 2 to 3 minutes to perform. So if the students are having confusion in doing this, the symbols, so you can ask them to just check on the area. Okay. Hi. And then, so I have here, so I hope my presentation will not, the sharing of my presentation will not stop. I have here a sample of students' performance. So it came from Chari Sensei, as you can see there. So it was uploaded pre-pandemic, so pre-pandemic November of 2018. So, okay. So the first one is a sample of portrayal of an action of animals, and the next one is way of life, but here in the Philippines.
One, two, three, go.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride.
It stops again. So I will share really the video. Sumimasen. Honto ni sumimasen. So I will share the video later. So the videos are in between 2 to 3 minutes. So there are 2 videos. So in the first video, it is about a life cycle of a butterfly, or butterfly cycle of life from the pupa or larva, and then up to it became a butterfly. And then on the next part, it is about way of living of a Filipino in the not so long ago, but there they are preparing from the first part is waking up, and then the next part is feeding their animals, and then tilling the land and planting. So that are the summary of the next video of about way of life. So that is just what is all about. But still, I will share later on. You can watch it. I will share. Also, I already shared it in Google Drive in the PowerPoint. So you can also watch it there. So since it's also your first time to discuss that, so you can also share the video performance of the students of Chari Sensei, so that they will have a clue on what they are, or idea on what they will be doing. Okay. But then since they will be that way, or the actions or the dance will be shared to them, so please remind them that they should have their own steps, so they should not imitate the work of the students of Chari Sensei. Okay. So now, so also in session 5, you have to remind them that they have their assignment. So, and they should not forget the steps or of the dance they have created, because they're going to use this in session 6. So, okay, we are now in the last part of the session, which is session 6. So it has 5 parts: the Nihongo review and discussion on dance, in which they will review again the Nihongo expressions they have learned in the topic, since later on they will have the Nihongo review quiz. And then this is the highlight of this session, the class works or create one dance, in which the students will create one dance as a class using parts of the dances presented in the last session. So they're going to choose steps from each other's presentation. And then for the summary, so the students will discuss and summarize what they have learned about the importance and significance of dance in the society. Then they will have the Nihongo review quiz and then the reflection. So again, here the materials are provided, which we have been used in the past sessions. Okay, and then for objectives there, and then for the classworks or creating of the dance of the class. So here are the instructions. So there are 6 here. So the first one is they're going to have one theme and one message for the society to be shown in the dance. So since this is one dance of the class, so also they will choose one step from each group to combine in order to create a dance with one theme and one message. And then for the third one, the dance should only be for 2 to 3 minutes again. And then they have to choose a Japanese or Filipino music for the dance. So they can choose from the music they have presented, okay? Also, each group should should teach the step chosen from their dance in Japanese to the whole class. So there should be representative from each other's group. So, and that person will be the one to teach other students. And then the class, inform them that the class will present the dance before the session ends. Okay. So the time allotment for this is from maybe 10 to 15 minutes. So, and then after 15 minutes, maximum of 15 minutes, the students will perform. And then the students should discuss in their class what is the meaning they want to convey, and it should be a secret first to the sensei or to the teacher, and then as a teacher, after their performance, you're going to guess, you're going to guess what is the theme of their dance and what is the message of their dance. And then after you have share your guess through your observation of their dance, one of representative of the class will confirm if you really were able to guess the message of their dance correctly, or the theme of their dance. And then that's it for session 6. So after that, you're just going to have the Nihongo review quiz. And then that's it. So we will have here the reflection, and then ja kore de happyo o ouwaremasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. Hi. So we will now proceed with the question and answer portion and for the sharing. Hi. Hi, Sensei Tachi. You can ask questions or you can also share your suggestions. Hi, Sensei.
Sensei, we have 12 minutes left. So, shall we have a breakout session and have discuss about how to hold the dancing performance with the student? Is that okay?
はい、先生。
はい。じゃあ、そうですね。I will make a breakout room automatically. And so please introduce your into your group how to when you region, when you in your region or in your province, what kind of dance do you have, and how the step is meaning, how to explain the meaning of the dance with your student, to your student, and also how to have dance session in your classroom. I will make how many? 10 rooms automatically. So please try to discuss for 10 minutes. いきますよ。はい。ちょっと待ってくださいね。Sorry。では、ちょっといってらっしゃい。
先生すみませんって。
あ、ちょっと待ってくださいね。はい。I wonder why. Maybe it's because of the connecting.
I got from
yeah. You will be
from breakout room
yes.
with Gil Sang. Sumimasen sensei.
You will be room 1, but I don't know what happened. Yeah, you will be assigned. Oh, おかしいですね。変ですね。It's strange. ちょっと待ってください。じゃあ、how is it? あれおかしいね。
Maybe Bara Sensei, he's moving. Maybe Bara Sensei can ask questions to Gladys Sensei.
ああ。
Since I got separated from
Bara Sensei. Glenn Sensei. Glenn Sensei. Glenn Sensei. Are you there, Glenn Sensei?
あれ
あれじゃあ、動いて。あ、
聞こえた、聞こえ
た。
た。来ました、来ました。よかった。
グラディ先生、お疲れ様でした。お疲れ様でした。
あ、そっか、先生のマイクが
聞
ブ
こえない
レイクアウトルームに行っちゃった。
そうなの
そうなんです。2つで入ってるので、すいませんね、先生。ちょっと多分ダメです。すいません。動かせません。申し訳ないです。先生、as I texted you, 他のグループでやってるか。ちょっと日本舞踊のあれが、ちょっとモダンなやつになってたので、ちょっと後で送っとこうと思います。はい。ちょっと私も他の部屋にちょっと行ってみます。はい。
kuan nami sa Sinulog. Sinulog. Nami ka ng kuan diri Murag Festival nga awa galmi festival. In our township anniversary July 9, ang sayawon nga dance kay naik contest mga Karinyosa.
You have Cariñosa contest.
Right.
Is it per barangay?
Last year last contest kay kuan by school, high school.
By high school. Okay.
This year there's no dance contest. I don't know. I'm not lumad here in Danao.
You're lumad in where?
Sa Manila og kuna tawo.
Okay.
So, here in, Region 3 or in this side, North and Central Luzon, we usually celebrate Festival for Saints, which is the Taong Putik from Aliaga. And then we also have dances during, like vegetable festival, like the Onion Festival. We also have the Mais Festival. And then we also celebrate Santo Niño, in which we also have street dancing, which is very popular during festivals.
Ours in Panglao it's called Hudiaka sa Panglao. It's like Hudiaka means it's a Visayan term, means like enjoy or celebrate. Hudiaka, let's celebrate. It's for our saint also. Patron San Agustin, Saint Augustine.
Ami.
No, August. It's another festival. So there are two in Panglao. In January, we celebrate Sinulog. And in August, we have Hudiaka sa Panglao.
Sandugo, di mo mapilang Sandugo.
Sandugo is for Bohol. Sandugo. This small. I get
karong August, karong July ha. Mana wala pa.
Yeah, July 22. Yesterday, it's
dito kagapon.
Sandugo sa Bohol.
22 mo kaugma pa.
Yes,
Tomorrow, ma'am. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Sensei,
Yeah.
Sinulog is the same with like you're telling a story. Is it a dance that tells a story?
Yeah, it's Sandugo. It's a celebration it's a commemoration of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi
Blood
and
Like
Blood Compact.
Sensei?
Yes. Miguel Lopez de Legazpi and Magellan. Dato si Katuna.
Dato si Katuna.
Same with the street dancing here in Luzon. It is more on showing, for example, there's a storm and then afterwards there are pests that will destroy the crops, and then the farmers will come and then they will celebrate for the good harvest. So it's the same here pala po, here in Luzon, wherein we celebrate those
Yeah.
festivals.
Just like the famous Sinulog.
Alay.
Yeah, also Sinulog. We have the same practices, no, but then just different commemoration of different things that happened in our places. Yeah.
But in your school, Sensei, you also join like there's a street dance in your area for your festival, and then your students will join that particular contest.
Yes, but then it's not specific for the school. It's per barangay. So if the student is coming from that barangay, they will join in that barangay. So our school is like, we are not going to like bring our name for the festival.
Oh.
Yes.
Because here in Cabanatuan, we actually joined the Caban Festival, Caban ng Tuwa Festival. And then
Right. So
I remember, let me just share something. During my first year, can you hear me?
Hi,
During my first year in public, actually, the item that was being offered to me was to teach MAPE. Since I really wanted to teach in public school, I grabbed that. But now the problem is, how will I teach my students to dance? And then they gave me parang sections 1 and 2, OMG. But I just landed. What I did was, I really don't know how to dance, I promise. What I did was, of course, I checked the lessons and then I gave link ahead of time. Link po, and then I gave them so that po
practice
during
this
the
one.
hi.
self-study
They
first.
practice their own. As they have the idea. That's one of my
Sensei,
techniques.
my item is also MAPE, but I'm not teaching MAPE. I'm teaching English. Hi.
English
So,
and math. I experienced that. And then I thank God because I survived I handled MAPE for 3 years. Yeah, I handled MAPE for 3 years. So I did some techniques, personal techniques. When it
siguro
comes to
Sensei, pag MAPE,
dancing,
maybe sa arts na lang ako.
maybe
Kasi
health.
music, arts, health, and
Konnichiwa, minasan.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. 皆さん、帰りましたか？はい。I heard a lot of variety of the dancing in your region. はい。 はい。あれブラッチ先生、
はい、先生。
先生、そうですね。Would you like to share something for the Batch 6 teachers? Something about how to hold this session, this topic here.
Hi. So, Sensei Tachi, with regards to the performance, maybe also our classroom is not enough for the free movement of the students. So maybe you can have this with a large or a much bigger location. You can have this in your gymnasium if you have, or also your visual or audio room. So where you have where you had your short small event, so you can also do that. And also it's very crucial in this topic is you should really learn the steps, and also really not just familiar but really know the different dances and festivals that you are going to share, because once we know that students that once we pick their interest in a certain topic or certain thing, so they really do much effort in learning those things. So
Seminar.
that is what I really want to as an advice to you, Sensei Tachi. Hi. So that's it, Sensei.
はい。じゃあ、ガッツ先生、ありがとうございました。
はい
じゃあ、写真を撮りましょう。はい。いきますよ。はい。いきます。はい。1、2、3。1、2、3。ちょっと待ってくださいね。もう一回。いきます。1、2、3。1、2、3。はい。お疲れ様でした。じゃあ、please leave this room now and